How many of you guys are kind of bummed that you didn't get to raise your hand just now? Here's the thing. We can spend our entire lives discussing what I now understand is our potentiality. Our potential. We know that God is present everywhere all the time, including within us. But what a lot of people fail to mention is that while we could have an entire stockpile of love, if we choose not to enact that in every aspect of our lives, we are not love. And I challenge anyone to tell me any different. We can claim that we are love all day. And if we do not choose to live, breathe, speak, and eat love, we are not love. Now, that's why this place is so awesome, is because we come up here and there's a little bit of grace given. Have you guys noticed how much grace is given when there's opportunities where normally in your daily life you just absolutely fucking own somebody verbally, physically, for what they just said or did? Have you guys had that experience up here where somebody says something and your immediate reaction is like, strike you down. Smite. That is the process by which your education begins to unfold that which is your potential. See, because I can stand here all day, and in fact, if I'm going to be completely honest, I have stood here for years discussing and speaking to many of you, and will continue to do so, however, up until this point, have discussed with you these concepts, have experienced glimpses and glimmers of this experience, this idea that is our full and complete unfoldment experience, feeling, living, having, knowing, being God. But as I stand here now, I cannot tell you that I have been loved all my life. And I cannot tell you that I am peace. I cannot tell you that I am joy. Because my life is a real life. My experience is a real, tangible experience. So while I could stand here and tell you that I am all of those things, you cannot lie to God. Because when you lie, you are God telling the lie. And when you lie, who knows the truth? That's you, so guess who? God. When you lie to yourself and to those around you, God becomes the liar. See, because everyone's quick to jump on the whole bandwagon of everything that we are and do is God. But nobody's willing to step up and commit and admit to the idea that when you lie, when you choose deceit, when you choose anger, when you choose sadness, when you choose fear, that is God experiencing fear and anger and anguish and pain and suffering. That is God. Nobody wants to talk about that, though. That's the unapproachable in spirit. That is the aspect in which we are all hiding. Remember how we did the first workshop, we did the little demon thing? That demon is God. Okay? That aspect of who and what you are, that you deny, that you shelter, that you hide, that you lie about, that you choose not to share, is God. Now I know this is not the message that you will typically hear on this hill. However, I made a commitment this weekend when I chose to speak about this, when I chose to do this experience, when I chose to move into the workshops, and how apropos that the word that I came to every time we had to come to a word, which is funny because just now I'm realizing we keep coming to a word, that the word has been truth. I choose not to lie today. That's what I choose not to do today. I choose not to lie because I know better than that. Because I know better of God. Because I know better of myself. Because if I choose to lie, let's put it this way. When you lie about something else, it's because, like, let's say a situation happened, you lied about it, it's because you don't want it to be acknowledged, to be known, to be addressed, for anybody to even have anything to do with it. You want to hide it, you want to tuck it away, you want to make it disappear. It didn't exist, it didn't happen. Right? You're hiding God. You are hiding that part of the experience that is necessary for it to be full. Perfect, whole, and complete, does not mean perfect whole, and as long as it doesn't hurt anybody or make me look like I'm an angry person or an upset person or unwhole, that it's still whole because I hit it. Because I had a fancy rug to tuck it underneath, like Science of Mind 300. So, I know that's a little intense. You know, I can feel it, as I speak it. I can feel the intensity in it. But the other aspect of what I want to talk about is what Mary Milbrand said. And I've never heard it wrapped up so concisely, and I'm sure it's been said a bazillion times, but when she said it to me, it struck me in such a way that I wept. Let me tell you a little known secret about God that a lot of people don't discuss. And this is a matter of understanding. If this is new to you, this is why you need to expand and deepen your understanding of God. God is not negative. Right? You hear that a lot. So we're all on the same page right now, I'm sure. God is not positive. So for everybody that stands there and says to themselves, God is the color purple, and everything between the color purple and super good hugs, and nothing else, that is inaccurate as well. Let me tell you what God is. God is affirmative. God does not know your sorrow from your happiness. God does not know your pain from your presence. God knows what it is that you are asking to demonstrate and affirms that truth for and as you in your life. So let's take a look at that. If God is not negative, and God is not positive, and God does not know the difference between one and the other, if these are attributes, names, feelings, and descriptions, words that we use to describe that which is, for us to be able to quantify our experience, what we come to discover is that that wasn't made by God, that was made by us. But if we bring ourselves back to the truth, the one truth, which is that God is affirmative, then we know that every time we have chosen to stop our experience and create something and label it as such, that now God has identified it with you and is affirming that that is the truth.